Test drive Duluth's Gallery Hop. Check out the artwork of Scat Radio and music by the All Rights. Hang on.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
They take on any genre of music and put their own spin on it, from rock to pop to punk. Three talented Duluth musicians together are the All Rights.
It's your birthday, you're dying, you're getting married, and you're all filled up with blood, having dinner with your blood-filled friends. All right,
Well, we'll hear more from the All Rights and find out where their musical road is leading them after a test drive of the Art for the Earth Gallery Hop in Duluth. This weekend, more than a dozen area galleries are kicking off the season. Penny Clark is our expert guide.
This is Blue Lake Gallery. I think this is a good place to start because I'm sure they have brochures. Here's some right here. I was thinking about downloading it off the web, which would have been something that we could do too. Ooh, nice. This must be the work of Susan Smith. She takes parts that she finds all over, mainly at the beaches, and makes them into dolls. This is fascinating. It says this is a retired computer analyst, and he takes found objects. Look, this is the thing we used to always wear in our hair. Look at this shoe. Holy cow. Old door handles, everything. Very nice. Very nice. This is way cool. This is the work of Pat and Ken Larson. I'm usually used to their sculptures. They're featuring Ernest Miller, and he does this wonderful porcelain work. Oh boy, those are gorgeous. Crystalline glazes on porcelain. Of course, you know, they've always been known for Craig Blacklock's work. Oh, Craig's working on canvas now. Wow. Those are really spectacular. I've never seen his work on canvas. It's a beautiful gallery. Oh, I suppose we ought to wait for the light to turn. Well, the Art Doc always has an interesting show. I see it's right ahead here, In Honor of the Earth. All the mediums are represented. You can find photography, you can find watercolor, you can find woodworking, a lot of ceramics. Well, this is Sue Pavlato's. Oh, this is a nice show. Their shows are just always fascinating here because of the variety of artists that they carry here. Well, the show here is called Duluth, Paris of the North. This is Rick Allen's work here. I know of Rick, he does so many wonderful illustrations, and he illustrates books that's been winning awards. Nice. You know, this is really cool. Not many people realize that there's a gallery here right in the middle of the Holiday Mall. Well, here's their feature show here. Hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. And you have the Watercolor Society here?
Yes, we do.
Looking forward to seeing it.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Wow. What a nice collection. They really got a nice selection of work. And to get this variety of colors is just gorgeous. I mean, look at the variation in this piece right here. Finally, Lizards, one of my favorite galleries. Well, here's Dorian's work right here. I first came across Dorian when he was a potter at the prison. He wasn't an inmate, he taught pottery there. And now he, of course, teaches up at LSC. The thing I love the most about Lizards is not only the great art, but the wall space that he has to display. It's 2 floors, and Jeff is just so good at displaying all the artwork that he has. I think after lunch we should head to the Zeitgeist, and we don't want to miss their show. Zeitgeist is right down the street from here. And then we could head up to Washington Gallery from there. They have a co-op of artists, and I think then our best bet would head up to the Tweed Museum Art at UMD, because not only their shows, but they also have some of their artist studios open for the day. Then after that, we for sure have to get across the bridge and go to the Red Mug in Superior. For the eyes, it's almost a sensory overload to when you get to see all this great work. Can't imagine what my dreams are going to be like tonight.
Free trolley rides and open studios are part of the scene on Saturday. The Gallery Hop website has all the details. Now on Sunday, high school bands take over the Duluth Entertainment and Convention Center for a battle of the bands. Scott Lillo and Scott Wiegler are part of that whole crew that puts it on. Okay, this is quite a production.
Yeah, it's
slightly
a full-blown concert. Full-blown concert thing. Like this is PA that
it's a full rock concert.
Van Halen? Would Van Halen use this kind of?
Yes.
Yeah, there would be a similar situation, but it's moving lights, video screen projection, and it's very
huge.
loud.
40
yeah.
by 60-foot stage.
Yeah. And
Any band would love to do that.
I would love to play on a stage.
I would too.
I'm
if
sure
I could play.
those guys would too.
Yeah, well, how cool. But it's part of Junior Achievement. It's actually
Yep.
has a little bit of a purpose behind it. Tell me a little bit about that.
With Junior Achievement, what we do is we put on these events because we have programming that we go into schools and we teach different Junior Achievement plans, and we try to encourage students through Junior Achievement programming to propel themselves into entrepreneurship, into different professions. So what we do is we gather volunteers from the community and go in and teach these classes.
And through this fundraiser, you're kind of launching
Through this fundraiser.
some folks into the music industry, aren't you?
Exactly. And different things of that nature. We have all different kinds of events that we do throughout the year. This is one of our main fundraising events that we do. And like this year, 2,000 students have benefited from the programming just this year alone. And we've had probably almost 100 different volunteers teaching different classes throughout the Duluth area.
Okay, so that's the serious side.
Yes,
behind
that's the
Junior
serious side.
Achievement.
Now let me do the
No,
rock and roll.
you need to do the rock.
have to see the video.
Okay.
Thanks to Mark
Yes.
Fitzgibbons and video from the 2009 event, you get a pretty good idea of the energy that fuels this whole experience. So take a look at this.
You gotta go out there, have fun, do it like you normally would.
So for a kid in high school to get up there and do your thing on a stage this size, this is pretty big.
It is pretty big. And to step on a stage that size when you're, 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, the Breaking Glass kids, the kid with the mohawk there, he was like 13 at that time.
That's awesome.
And they owned that
Amazing.
show. They owned that show that year. I
That
mean,
is-
they were great.
This kid was amazing too.
So tell me about the quality of the musicianship that's on display.
Every year it changes, but this year I've listened to the 23 bands that were submitted, and there's some really good bands. I would have, well, maybe I shouldn't say that, but there's some really strong bands in this year, and very diverse.
And do they sing original music,
It's a
covers?
little
What do
mixture.
they do?
It's a little mixture. It's if they do cover tunes, it's their own interpretation and stuff. But some of the originals have been really great as well. To hear 14, 15-year-old kids writing these original songs is pretty amazing.
Right. And so it's a great music event, and it also has
Yes.
a youth expo that's part of it.
Yes, we also did a youth expo, and we've been doing that and kind of building that throughout the years. And what we did is we looked at what kind of different items and what different things we could attract the youth on. Right now we have a obstacle course coming in from the Army, and they're coming with a climbing wall also. Encounter is going to come in with skateboarding ramps, a lot of cool things there. Subway's one of our big sponsors also. Best Buy is coming in with a lot of their different musical instruments. Maurice's is coming in, also another big sponsor of ours. They're going to do some kind of mannequin dress-up doll thing. It's all crazy, crazy stuff. Vane is coming in. They're a hairdressing
Yeah.
place, and they're going to do some hairdressing items also.
Crazy fun and great
Yes.
music.
Yeah, it's great.
All over
There's
the
something
place.
there for everybody. I mean, there really is. I don't get to go to the expo, but that rock climbing
You'll
wall
ha-
thing.
The rock climbing wall, you might have to get
You'll
up there
have
and
your
try
hands
that
full.
one.
Both of you will have your hands full. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in and
Thank you.
telling us more about
See
it.
you Sunday.
Yeah, I'll
See
see
you
you
there.
Sunday.
All right.
Thank you very
I get to
much.
hear more music. Okay, the Battle of the Bands is this Sunday at the Deck. The doors open at noon.
Noon for the expo.
Music starts at 2. Now soon, maybe some of those musicians will be seeking out David Morera. He creates gig posters under the name of Scat Radio. Each one handmade. It's a piece of art. So keep your eyes open and you'll spot his work plastered all over town.
Drop a line now. You can detest me, protest me, you can provoke me, try and revoke me, but no matter what you say, I will still be playing rock and roll.
Poster art, as I see it, is a creative way to extend a specific performance or an event. It's art and it's an advertisement. My name is David Morera. I run under the name Scat Radio for my print posters. Oftentimes it's for bands and events. I really like to draw out text, so I try to find a spot for it and then draw around it or insert it into a space or an object. As far as how I create an image, I'll sometimes start out with a sketch, a basic sketch, and from there I went on to the computer and developed it further. Right now, I've got a friend that has asked me to do wedding invitations. He gave me a drawing that I had scanned in. So now I've got this yellow stars that kind of transition into this orange down here in the middle where these frogs are, and then red at the very bottom. I've gotten a lot of support from friends and the community in general. It's been a lot of fun working with Mike Wilson, who sets up shows. He's been in a number of bands in town here for years, and he's helped me find a place to work.
All the bands really appreciate it. Every time he's done a poster for any my touring bands, they're always like, "That poster's so cool."
I never really had the confidence to be in a band, so doing posters was a way for me to be a part of what they're doing without actually having to perform on stage.
Just having that poster makes people want to come to the show. They see a really cool poster and they're like, "Wow, that must be a cool show," or like it makes the event seem more like important if there's like a really nice poster.
I'm hoping to spend more time in Duluth and write out for artist grants in order to develop a studio big enough to invite other people to work in and invite the public to check it out, see what printing's like, and learn.
I said, no matter what you say, I was thinking playing rock and roll.
Our gallery this week is Compliments of Lizards Art Gallery. It features the work of Eric Pearson and Rob Glibbery's awesome wood turning. This weekend, Lizards will showcase work by Dorian Ballou and Henry Roberts for the gallery hop. Now you can keep up with the playlist online through our website and get the latest updates through Facebook and Twitter. Now please welcome back the All Rights.
All I know is rock and roll. It's all that I was ever told. It's in the books we learned it from. They taught it to the smart and dumb. Teacher beating me to teach me to beat the drum, 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 drum. Tears fill my eyes as I let out a cry, and I know it's only music after all. All I see are movies safe inside my knees. I long for them to show me more of what they think I need to know. Suck at her breast with the rest. Now we see if we grow, 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 grow. Tears fill my eyes as I let out a cry, and I know it's only pictures after all.
That was fun. That's happy music. Thank you so much.
You. No
that
problem.
just puts a smile on my face. Toby Thomas Churchill, correct?
That's me.
Okay, so introduce your bandmates, please.
We got Danny Cosgrove over here on the bass, and we got Chad Chavo Amborn on the kit there.
Fantastic. And you do the songwriting?
Primarily. Danny's got a few he throws in here and there, and they're fantastic. And these guys, of course, they help me polish them off.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the songwriting and how do you roll that out to the band?
I just come to the guys and say, hey, I've got this. Do stuff to it now. And then they do.
Give me a sense of musical influences. I was teasing you earlier, how do I categorize or how do I describe your music?
No, I think we're pretty eclectic, which is, I think, a pretty popular thing to be, I think. I think most bands would probably, nobody goes, oh, we like Phil Collins and that's it. It's the only guy we like, Phil Collins. So we not that there's anything wrong with Phil Collins, he's fine. But we got lots of stuff. I mean, we like, I like 60s rock, the Beatles and Pink Floyd. I don't know if you've ever heard of those groups, but they're good. And then there's, you know, but lots of modern stuff is great. Danny, I always look at Dan, I always think of Weezer when I look at Danny. He loves Weezer.
Different influences. I love the harmonies between your voices.
Yes, that's totally Danny. Danny shows up and does that, and he's fantastic. He spent a lot of time learning how to do that, and he's actually, you know what? It came to him pretty naturally, I'd have to say. And then Chad back here, he's got lots of influences. He was telling before the show we were talking. He was saying that he likes gospel and punk, which seems like a. But you know, that works great for him and for us. And I asked him which one he was really going to ultimately choose. You know, the devil or the Lord, I don't know, punk, gospel.
I have to teach you about one more thing.
Okay.
All homegrowns you have played.
This is true.
And there's a rumor that you might be on the mayor's mix.
It's true.
Of homegrown
I'm starting
favorites.
that rumor.
Okay, all right.
I'm hoping that it takes off.
I think we're starting that campaign now. We'll let them know. But thank you, guys. I know you have one more song for us. So thank you for coming over and playing music.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. I hope we got your weekend off to a great start. Now it's up to you to find the shows that inspire you. Live music, live theater, and art galleries. It's all out there for you to enjoy. So go out and have a great weekend. Take it away.
Thanks, guys.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and by viewers like you.